One night, a king was sleeping peacefully in his palace when God suddenly appeared, and he spoke words that froze the blood in the king's veins. "You are a dead man." The king was horrified. He didn't understand what he had done wrong. He had not murdered anyone. He had not started a war. He had shed no blood. But what he didn't know was that he had taken into his palace a woman who belonged to God's covenant. And what happened next terrified an entire kingdom. After many years wandering through foreign lands, Abraham arrived in the region of Gerar. But even after witnessing the miracles of God, he still carried a very human fear deep inside him. Sarah, his wife, was still beautiful, and Abraham believed that if people discovered she was his wife, they might kill him in order to take her. So once again he told the familiar lie, "She is my sister." One sentence born out of fear was about to bring an entire kingdom dangerously close to the judgment of God. When King Abimelech heard about Sarah's beauty, he immediately sent men to bring her into his palace. To him, she was simply an unmarried woman. But there was something the king did not know. Sarah was not only Abraham's wife. She was part of a covenant established by God himself. And that very night, heaven intervened. In the middle of the night, while the entire palace slept in silence, God appeared to Abimelech in a dream. There was no music, no light, only the terrifying presence of God. Then he spoke, "You are a dead man, because of the woman you have taken." The king's heart nearly stopped. He had never touched Sarah, and in fear he cried out, "Lord, will you destroy an innocent man? Didn't the man himself say, 'She is my sister'? And didn't she also say, 'He is my brother'? I did this with a clear conscience." Then God answered him, "Yes, I know you acted with integrity. That is why I kept you from sinning against me. I did not allow you to touch her." But the next words covered the king's soul with terror. "Now return the woman to her husband, for he is my prophet. He will pray for you, and you will live." Then God added, "But if you do not return her, you and everything that belongs to you will surely die."
I acted unknowingly.
Early the next morning, Abimelech rose before sunrise. He gathered all his servants together, and he told them about the terrifying dream. Fear spread throughout the palace. No one dared to speak. Then the king summoned Abraham. His face was filled with anger and confusion. "What have you done to me? Why have you brought such great guilt upon my kingdom?" Abraham lowered his head. He admitted that he feared the people of that land did not fear God, and that they might kill him because of Sarah. But deep inside, fear had caused him to stop fully trusting God. But the most astonishing thing was this: God did not destroy Abimelech. Instead, he made a way for mercy. The king immediately returned Sarah to Abraham, and not only that, he gave Abraham sheep, cattle, servants, and 1,000 pieces of silver. A foreign king showed more reverence for God than anyone expected. Then, Abraham prayed to God, and immediately, healing began to spread throughout the household. For before this, the Lord had closed the wombs of every woman in Abimelech's palace because of Sarah. But now, life was restored, judgment was lifted, and the darkness over the palace slowly disappeared. That night, a king learned something he would never forget. People may hide the truth from one another, but no one can hide anything from God. And Abraham learned something too. Fear can cause even the strongest believer to stumble. But despite human weakness, God still protects his covenant. He still watches over his promises, and he still controls history, even in humanity's darkest moments.
Grant me your healing grace.